welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. If you are new here, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified when I post some new stuff. And if it resonates, give me a little thumbs up and comment and let me know how or why. I want to say thank you for being here, okay? Thank you for all the love, the support, the kindness, the shares, the comments, the likes. Thank you for joining and subscribing. It's appreciated, okay? Thank you for booking readings with me. And if you wish to book a reading, my email is in the description box, but I will never message you for a reading. So please beware of scammers out here in these streets, okay? Alright, let's talk about it. We are getting messages from your shadow self. I don't know what's gonna come out. It's always intended for your highest and best good, and it's always going to be 111 exactly what you need to hear. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. Thousands of people are watching, so not every message may be for you, okay? Use your discernment, and if it gets triggering, you can just pick another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Do what makes you happy, okay? Don't let this message take from you. So we have 3 piles today. We have the Star Tarot for pile number 1. We have the Game of Thrones Tarot for pile number 2. And we have the Under the Sea Tarot for pile number 3. You can always pick more than one pile if you feel called to. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 1, it's your girl Drea, and this is the Theowlsintuition. If you are new here, hit that little subscribey and the bell so you get notified when I post some new stuff. And if it resonates, give me a little thumbs up and let me know in the comments why or how, okay? So, per usual, keep in mind thousands of people are watching, so not every message may be for you. And if it doesn't resonate, you can always pick another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Just do what makes you happy, okay? Don't let this message take from you. If you would like to book a reading, my email is in the description box, but I will never message you for a reading, so please watch out for them scammies, okay? Okay, baby. Let's get it on. Pile number 1. We're going to get your current energy to see if this is your pile. Alright. Ooh, wow, that was fast. Sometimes you be on go mode. I feel like you're learning how to accept the flow. Go with the flow. Release control. You're listening to your body. You're listening to your intuition. When you need rest, you're resting. When you need to be on go mode, you're on go mode. When you need both, you're doing both. It's like you're just following the flow of the wave right now. Okay, and yeah, you're definitely seeing both sides of the situation. You're like, okay, well, if I want to get this done, I do need to rest first. It's like you're thinking logical, but also trusting your intuition and also trusting the way your body feels. Are you exhausted? Like, do I need to eat? Do I need to go outside? What do I need to do that will help feed my mind, my body, and my soul? This is very beautiful energy. Yeah, you're focused on your health. You're focused on feeling. You're focused on seeing life through a different lens, okay? I feel like there's an acceptance and also a forgiveness. I don't know if you guys have done some type of, or it's given like realization, like you guys have released something from your past, and it has to do with someone who hurt you. It could be a lover, it could be family, it could be friends. Doesn't matter. There's some type of trauma that you have released, purged, maybe even cried about, and also had empathy and forgiven somebody because you saw the other side of the situation for somebody. Okay, yeah, and it's like you ended the way that you were looking at it and you have transformed it with this death energy, okay? Scorpio energy, Virgo energy coming through, Cancer as well. And I feel like with this new acceptance, this new era that you are stepping into, your health is going to improve, your sleep is going to improve. There's emphasis on like you guys was in your head, or you was just like are doom scrolling. You need a dopamine detox. There's emphasis on going outside, or that's what you're prioritizing health right now. You're about to start if you have not already, or like because of the things that you were going through and whatever you're releasing, you're like, yeah, I need to prioritize my health right now. I gotta, I have empathy for those, but also it's like, I gotta put myself first, okay? There's this kind of energy of you putting yourself first, ending things that need to be ended, surrendering. If things don't work out right now, if you have to let go of things, you're like, yo, it is what it is. I don't know. Like, I'm not chasing. I'm just, you're focused on yourself right now. It's like me time times 1,000. So if that resonates at all, let's get into your reading. All right, so messages from your shadow self. We have fake smiles, we have cocoon of white light, rest in perfect love, understand oneness, and learner. Seeker of knowledge, inquisitive, progress, aspirant, and I don't know what that I don't know what that means. And explorer. Or Dora. What? Okay. Someone may have went to Cancun. You may be Mexican, or you may want to go to Mexico. I don't know why that's coming through. Is she even Mexican? Like, why is that? Alright, let me chill out. Sorry. Alright. There is this emphasis, right? It's like, looks good on paper, I'm hearing. The shadow self is saying that you are focusing on perfection heavily right now. Okay? They understand that you have, like, an image. There's something about you being like in the public eye. You have a public image, okay? You are seen, and it's like giving celebrities, you know, they have to smile in front of the camera. Well, some of them be stoic as hell, okay, especially in front of the paparazzi. But it's like when you're not happy, it's like you're faking the funk. You're smiling and shit, and your shadow self is like saying like it's okay, like you're just like, it's okay to have an RBF. It's okay to, you know, not want to talk to people. It's okay to like put yourself first for a little bit instead of, you know, it's given. Your shadow self wants you to be a little more selfish with your time, kind of coinciding with your current energy, prioritizing yourself. So I do feel like you are on the right path. You are transforming. We do have a butterfly here. And also your shadow self is saying like, stop worrying about perfection. Just put yourself out there. Get out of that cocoon, and it's time to shine, okay? You don't need to learn more, okay? There's something that it's like you have a craft, your skill, or maybe it's like you want to create a YouTube, you want to start a business, you want to make a TikTok, whatever it is, right? And you're like, and that's if they stick around, which who knows, whatever happens. But at the end of the day, there's this emphasis on like, you are already blossoming, you already are blooming, you are already perfectly imperfect. And you know, it's about progress. Oh yes, purpose, not perfection, okay? Purpose, not perfection. There's this emphasis on like your shadow self is saying like, you are okay just the way you are, and yes, you can always progress and you can always become better, but it's like you have, okay, some of you guys were criticized or teased heavily when you were a child by either teachers, parents, other students, friends, whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys were bullied, and that's why you put on like a show for people. You don't let people see who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? It's not funny. I don't know why. You know, my nervous laugh comes through. But I feel like also there's this emphasis on like just doing it, okay? Stop trying to like, oh, I'll do it when I have this, or I'll do it when I have... It's like they want you to take action right now. This is really pausing you, okay? Your shadow self, it's like, accept the fact that you need to put yourself first. Yes, you can have empathy for others, you can feel for others, but you have to stop putting yourself last. Your shadow self is like, I know that you're a caring, loving person, but let's just balance that out real quick with your shadow self, because you need to focus on your health, wealth, and your happiness. Then it's like pouring from an empty cup. Your shadow self is telling you right now that you're pouring from an empty cup. You're faking the funk. And, you know, there's this emphasis on, like, stop smiling if you don't want to smile. And they're drawing me to a time, okay, where it was like I had an RBF, and they're like, oh, you look better when you smile. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to smile for you. If I don't feel like smiling, if I'm unhappy, you will see it on my face. My face does not lie, and I have to accept that. Or, you know, sometimes when I'm just content, like I have an RBF, but I'm perfectly fine, there's this emphasis on, like, it is what it is. You don't have to smile. Even if people say hi, you can just be like, hey, and move on. Like, you don't gotta be like, oh my god, hi, like, hey, what's up? And you also, there's this emphasis on, like, you don't have to respond to everyone right away. A lot of you guys feel guilty if you don't text people back, if you don't respond to people's calls, if you don't do things immediately in regards to communication, if you don't immediately like bend to people's whim. And there's this emphasis on like your shadow self is like, yo, go at your own flow. You don't have to respond to that text right now. You can respond tomorrow. There's an emphasis on like ending that, okay? Oh, we have rest in perfect love, resting, okay? But also there's this emphasis on like your shadow self does point out your hyper independence. Some of you guys could be extremely hyper independent, and there's this emphasis on like you can be hyper independent when you are resting, but when you got work to do, it's time for you to work well, be able to work well with others, or be able to be open to collaborating with others, okay? It's about balance. They want you to balance that shit. Know when to go in your cocoon and know when to let yourself shine, okay? Anything else on this fake smile? Shit. Yeah, let down your boundaries in regards to when you are unhappy with this sun in reverse, okay? You guys are unconventional, and, you know, it's okay if you're upset about something to express that. It's okay to, what the fuck? That was weird. Interesting. Yeah, like flip the roles. Like you have so much empathy for when others like set boundaries with you, or for when others are upset and stuff like that. And you need to have that same emphasis on the same energy that you put out to others needs to come back to you. Okay, what's this cocoon of light? Tell me more. Messages from the shadow self. Yeah, the Fool. It's like you think you're the Fool, you need to learn more, you're not ready, okay? You don't understand everything, you're not ready to shine, put yourself out there, you're not fully transformed. You are. And whatever you don't know right now, you will figure out down the line. You will learn as you go. What's this learner energy? Okay. The Three of Cups. Yeah, learn how to celebrate your wins with others. Learn how to be honest with your friends in regards to, like, hey, I don't know that. I don't know what to do right now. And holding yourself accountable. I don't know. Working with your friends. Learning with your friends. Learning how to be a better friend. Learning better communication with your friends. There is this emphasis, again, I was talking about hyper independence. You go through a lot of the things yourself, okay? It's like let down your boundaries and let people in. Okay, and use your discernment. You're very intuitive with this Raven energy, okay? If you know somebody's in this crocodile tears energy and they're gonna like try to play victim, or like try to victimize you, or make you like, you know, be like, oh, you're being dramatic, then don't, like, you know people. You know who you can trust. So just be careful and be mindful, but always, you know, progress your friendships. There's emphasis on like your shadow self is like you're closing off your friendships. You could be avoidant attachment, but like you don't obviously have to answer everybody right away. There's this emphasis on balance. Like if you don't feel like answering, that's fine, but also don't neglect your loved ones, okay? Understand that you are all one and you're connected and you can learn from them, and they will accept you whether you're happy or you're upset. You know what I'm saying? The real ones will. Okay, the other ones, they won't like it when you're not smiling. Like, oh, you're bringing me down. That's okay. Then I'll go find someone who is alright with me, like, going through it. And, you know, that's why you be hyper independent, because you've had people who really didn't like when you were upset, because you're always this happy, bubbly person. And it's like when, God forbid, like, you're actually human, you know, and you have other feelings besides joy, happiness, and fulfillment, you know? Let's get into your tarot. Alright, pile number 1, we have the 7 of Wands, the Death. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Swords. We also have the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and good old Judgment, and the Magician in the reverse. Again, there's this emphasis on your shadow self. Don't worry about judgment, okay? Don't worry about trying to prove yourself, or there's this emphasis on like you guys try to manipulate people sometimes, and it's because it's like a coping mechanism because of the narcissistic abuse that you may have gone through in childhood and throughout your entire life. You may have had some type of narcissistic because you guys are empath. This is my empath group. You've had, you know, the dance with the narcissist and the empath, okay? Are covert, so you may have even had dealings with a covert narcissist, and everyone has narcissistic tendencies, and it's just about like your shadow self wants you to be aware of your manipulative energies, okay? You can get anyone to do anything that you want, but don't judge yourself, okay? You are a master manifester, but you have to make sure that you are operating out of faith, not fear, out of a more light and positive energy when it comes to manifesting and when it comes to asking people to do what you want and accepting no. A lot of you guys you get upset, you know, when people say no, or it's just hard for you to say no. And emphasis on, like, if people criticize you, you take it kind of personal because you feel they're judging you. But sometimes they just, you know, don't take it personally, you know. And if they are trying to be mean, that's a reflection of them. But sometimes some people are just saying things and they don't mean it personally. Some people just say it because they feel it will help you, okay? Or that's just their honest opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, okay? All right, you guys could be like me, you know, my Cancer moon. Sometimes I'd be soft and I'm like, oh my God, that was such a mean comment. But then I'm like, okay, well, that's probably just a mean person. Maybe they're having a bad day. They're having a shitty day. They just want to be shitty to someone. Maybe I triggered them. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you gotta think of it like that. Your shadow self wants you to be like, yo, it has nothing to do with them. Don't let them pull you into their tornado, okay? And we have the Seven of Wands in this death energy as well. Be okay with endings and boundaries. Get comfortable with that. You guys kind of guilt trip yourself for setting boundaries or transforming, and when you as you transform, you outgrow people. Some of you guys may stay connected to certain people that you have outgrown, and that causes you to miss opportunities, okay? You also are meant for abundance, okay? But there's this fear of abundance, and your shadow self wants you to get comfortable. Yeah, it's like you guys will feel you guys have a lot of guilt wounds that may need healing. So there's this sacral chakra energy coming through, and with this guilt, it's like you feel guilty for having abundance. You're like, oh, there's people without it because you came from without it. You know what I'm saying? There's this emphasis on, like, when you get things, it's like, how do I say, it's like you're half happy, like, yeah, I got my manifestation, but then you're like judging yourself because damn, there's other people who don't have anything and stuff like that. And you know, everyone's on their own journey, and I believe in multiple lives. I believe in past lives. I believe that we choose to come here, we set up our whole life, etc., etc. And I also believe that we pay for karma of the past life. You know, if people come in and they have a hard life, you know, it's things that they can handle, all right? And if they can't handle it, they depart. And I know that's like, it's very intense to talk about it like that, and I hope I don't trigger anybody, but also there's this, that's just my beliefs, okay? Also, you know, you can click off if I triggered you, and I apologize. But there's this emphasis on, like, it's okay to be abundant. It's okay to have nice things. It's okay to, you know, because you guys are gonna have like your dream relationship, and you're gonna have, like, stop accepting less than you know you deserve. Stop staying stuck and stagnant and not working on the things that you know will bring you this abundance, okay? Stop being like, oh, like, I got it so easy compared to all these people, because you deserve it. You are worthy. Everyone is as worthy as they think they are. And in this lifetime, you are destined for abundance, and you will have abundance. And yes, you have to have boundaries with certain people and be okay with ending certain relationships or friendships, because you do have people who will want you just because of your abundance, okay? And also, you are very attractive, right? So there's this emphasis on not getting distracted by sex. Some of you guys are celibate, yes, and but there's also this emphasis on, like, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to be open to new relationships. Just beware of the players or the people who just sexualize you, okay? Because a lot of you guys, you want real love, but you end up attracting players, because some of you guys, you know, you love good things. We all love a person who is attractive, but, like, it's like, maybe you had emotionally unavailable parents, and you may manifest emotionally unavailable people. And there's this emphasis on, like, is that what you really want? Or do you want the marriage, the house, the picket fence, the kids? Do you want the castle? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or do you want a player that's gonna breadcrumb you and, you know, get you out of alignment? And are you going to pour into somebody and continuously miss opportunities because you don't have boundaries, or because you can't end certain situations with people who are just in it for the sex? You know what I'm saying? So just be careful or mindful of that. If you don't want nobody or no players or hole or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then it's time for you to not accept that. You know, or I just want to itch that scratch real quick, you know what I'm saying, get it in real quick, it's fine, a little hookup. Like, hold out. You are capable of holding out, and it'll be worth it, because you'll be able to get this and the passion. Think about it like that. Like, if I wait, I'll get the house, the kids, my dream love, somebody who cares about me, and somebody who can give me some good, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Alright. I love you guys. Don't be too hard on yourself. I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What's going on, pile number 2? Pile number 1 was very interesting. If you came from pile 1, hello. It's your girl, Drea. And this is the Theowlsintuition. If you're new here, hit the subscribe and the bell so you get notified when I post some new stuff. And if it resonates, give me a thumbs up, baby. Let me know how or why in the comments. There's a lot of emphasis on you guys are healing, and it's not like you're forcing yourself to heal. It's not like you're doing shadow work, or it's not like it's just you're healing. Like, you're healing money wounds, you're healing heartbreak, you're healing trauma, and it's like it's having an impact on you, and you're seeing the changes. You're stepping into like a new reality, but it's like you're not forcing anything. I think you surrendered, and there's this emphasis on like everything is like happening on a quantum level, on an energetic level. Mad windy outside, bro. The winds of change. Yeah, your life is changing, and it's gonna happen really quickly, and it could be shocking in regards to how it's happening or why it's happening, but I do feel like you're gonna be happy with these changes. So as always, again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe. And if you want a reading, my email is in the description box. I will never message you for a reading. Keep in mind, thousands of people are watching, so not every message may resonate for you, okay? Don't let these messages take from you. We're going to get your current energy to see if this is even your pile. If this doesn't resonate, then yeah, why am I hearing imagination? Then you can watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Do what makes you happy. Okay, pile number 1. Okay, bottom of the deck. Ain't no way. Ain't no freaking way. What's this, bro? Abundance, change, happiness. Are you kidding me? Like, thank you for the confirmations. I love it. I love it. What is this? Yeah, y'all have been going through a lot of adversity, a lot of challenges, and I feel like you passed every single test that came your freaking way. And because of that, you're getting movement in your life, growth, and you're evolving. Your gifts are improving, your self-esteem is improving, your confidence, and I feel like you're tapping into, you're getting, peace to me. Alright, you were stuck. You were stagnant. You were maybe questioning if you made the right choices, if you are on the right path. This is your confirmation that you are on the right path, and you will be intuitively guided to make these changes, okay? This stagnant energy, this stalemate, this emphasis on like what is making me happy, or, you know, a lot of you guys were just unfulfilled or just lost, and it's like you know what it is that you want, and you know what changes need to happen, and you are slowly but steadily making those changes, okay? And you are focused on peace. You were releasing a lot of negativity, and you are just loving who you are. You're learning how to love yourself even deeper. A lot of you guys have been on a self-love journey for quite some time, but I do feel like you're just changing and changing more and more, and growing to get to know yourself more and more, and accepting yourself more and more, okay? There's this emphasis on, again, this energy of you healing. Your creative energies are coming in. Your intuition is guiding you. You're speaking your truth more, and you're feeling more energetic or motivated. Even though, like, you may be getting less sleep, you still find a way to get the energy that you need in order to do what you need to do, in order to make the changes that benefit you most. Okay, so a lot of you guys were going through a period of negative energies, and I feel like those negative energies may be falling away from you. You may have just like kind of unintentionally gone hermit and you're like prioritizing yourself. Again, similar energy to pile number 1. And now it's because you're doing that, you're making the changes and you're no longer stuck or stagnant. You were picking up on energies from outside people. They were disturbing your peace, not intentionally, guys, but you know what I'm saying? It's like their energies were kind of negative and they were bringing you down. And now it's like, because you kind of drifted away, and you're going to notice when you spend time with them, you're going to see how you dip back in, and you're not going to like that. And this could make you make this decision to actually stay away and make that change official, I guess you can say, or, you know, stick to that change. So if that resonates at all, let's get into your reading. Okay, romantic love affair. We have sex fix. And then we have secret lover. Be a beacon. Be an inspiration. Light the way for others. And then we have blacksmith. Forge, melting, shaping, and tampering. I'm going to get clarifies later too, just like I did for pile number 1. But, okay, some of you guys, your shadow self. It's like, some of you guys, I heard nymphomaniac. You may have a sex addiction. You may just really love sex. But also you may judge yourself because you love sex and because you want love and sex. Like, you know, it's like you can't settle for just one, and that's okay. Like I said in pile 1, you can get that. You can get sex and you can get love. Okay, there's this emphasis though on, you know, some of you guys, your shadow self wants you to not keep your love for either a lover or certain people a secret, okay? Let's clarify this because I'm intrigued. What is this? Let's get a little deeper in regards to romantic love affair, because some of you guys, it's like third party. Yeah. Some of you guys, your shadow self wants you to heal from a third party because that is the type of relationships that you have kind of I don't know why this happens, but sometimes, and I've experienced a form of this, okay? It's like, depending on your worthiness and stuff like that, or at the time, or just like it's a pattern that has just happened, you attract people who are cheaters, or you may get yourself caught up in third-party situations, knowingly or unknowingly, and it causes you heartbreak. You are healing that, and your shadow self wants you to forgive yourself, okay? A lot of you guys were in third-party situations, and you didn't know about the other person, but you still feel super guilty. That was not your fault. This person was in a relationship, or these people, I don't know. We're talking specific now, clearly. Just take it if it resonates, okay? If it doesn't, wait a second, okay? But there's this emphasis on, like, there was no competition because you had no idea this person is going to get karma, and you are going to get somebody who's not emotionally immature, and you're going to get that good too, okay? But there is this emphasis on, like, also your shadow self wants you to know that you don't have to fix people. A lot of you guys, you may be like, it's fine, I'll fix them, or I can change them, or they'll change for me. Your shadow self wants you to know that I heard that's not possible. Don't do that, okay? The only person who can change a person is themselves. And yeah, you guys are good with change. You know, you're an inspiration, and that's how you get people to change, but you cannot force it, okay? We have forge. Like, you can't tamper with these people's destinies, okay? Some people are just meant to be the way they are, and they don't transform, and then others transform and live their best life, and that's their choice. That's their destiny. You can't control that. You can't change that. You feel me? Okay, if people want to be burdened instead of being happy, that's their choice. And yes, you could give amazing advice. And yes, you know, if people decided to do what it is that you told them to do, their life would definitely change for the better, because a lot of you guys are extremely wise. You give amazing advice, but there's this emphasis on, like, you can't fix people. You can take the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink, okay? And a lot of you guys, you know, you are fixer-upper. You manifest a lot of fixer-uppers. And it's not just romantic. It's in regards to fam. It's in regards to friends. It's like a lot of broken people because you were broken and you fixed yourself. So you attract this. You're a beacon, all right? You attract a lot of people who need help. But you can only lead the way, okay? You can light the way for others. You can be an inspiration. You can be this beacon, but you cannot forge or melt or shape anybody else to make the changes. It is up to them. So don't feel guilty if you can't fix a situation. Okay? Don't feel guilty if you can't change someone's perspective. Don't try to force people, okay? You can't forge this shit to happen. That is them, okay? Sometimes you have to walk away with the Eight of Cups coming through. Sometimes you have to let people do what it do. And yeah, it's sad to see certain people, you know, like, it's giving like, you know, there's a drug addict and, you know, you want to help them. But at the end of the day, they're the ones who can get clean, okay? Tell them your story. There's emphasis on a lot of you guys have overcome addictions and or like anxiety or depression and stuff. You've healed a lot with yourself, and you know, you try to tell people what to do, but just show them that you did it. And if they want to join the ride, if they want to ask you questions, like, don't give unsolicited advice, okay? Your shadow self wants you to know that it's okay to not give advice, even though you know that it would help them. Because again, you can't force. Okay, what's this? Be a beacon. Nine of Cups, Queen of Spears in the reverse. Your shadow self wants you to not get upset and not be... Don't blame yourself when you have people who are jealous of you, people who aren't getting what they want, okay? When you lose or distance yourself from friends, or when people don't celebrate your wins, okay? When people don't support you, or when people don't give you back to you the way that you give to them. It's like, stop blaming yourself, okay? You're not responsible. You can't force anybody. The right people who... It won't be forced, okay? They will want to support you. You have people who do want to support you, but you can't change people. Again, there's this emphasis on like, you're like, oh no, I knew this person for a while. Da, 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 da. That don't mean shit. You know, there's people you could know for 20 plus years and they ain't right for you. And then when you leave, your life completely changes. You know what I'm saying? So don't, you know, don't base that. Don't base the amount of time that you've known somebody in like regards to the friendship or the relationship. Like, you could be dating somebody for 10 years, they don't propose, you don't get married, that you're miserable in that relationship, you leave that relationship, you get with somebody who's matching your energy, who is actually for you, and you get married in like less than a year. Crazy shit like that happens when you don't try to control or change other people's lives. You just do what you do and let people follow you, okay? Blacksmith, tell me more. Yeah. Look at this fire energy. Knight of Spears, Four of Swords. Alright. The only thing that you need to be investing in or trying to change or take action towards is anything that has to do with your toxic habits, okay? If you have an addiction, if you have something, instead of telling other people how to live, tell yourself how to live. Lead by example and take your own advice. A lot of you guys, you give amazing advice, but you don't take your own advice sometimes, okay? And your shadow self wants you to be like, alright, let me get real with myself, okay? Let me stop trying to fix everybody else and actually just fix myself so I can live my dream life. Because you guys, you know, you want to help the world, you want to help people, but the only way that you can do that is by leading by example. People will take the cup, people will take the advice, and it's like, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is really ready, the teacher will disappear, and then they can handle it on their own, okay? But let's get into your tarot. Alright, pile number 2, we have the Two of Cups, the Sun, the Tower, the Fool, the Five of Spears, and then we have the World, and the Five of... No, why do I keep saying... I said the Five of Cups earlier, and then I said the... You could be seeing 555 a lot, and the Five of Coins now, and then we have the Seven of Coins and the Devil in the reverse. Okay, definitely 555 with the Five of Spears. You have no competition. Your only competition is yourself, and your shadow self wants you to. You're very competitive, guys, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to, you know, stop comparing yourself and really compete with yourself. Okay? Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Alright? There's this emphasis on like there may be people who have what you want and you're getting impatient because it's like, where's my shit? Like, what the hell is going on with my manifestations? I know I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I've been doing the work, but you have people who are more like not like, you know what I'm saying? And there's no like, nobody's better than anybody, but it's like their timeline is different than yours, and you guys may compare timelines to people. Like, you know, somebody ends up manifesting their dream job and gets rich and stuff, and you're like, oh my god, what the bro, I've been trying to manifest money, and it's like I've been in this Five of Pentacles energy, but I do feel like that is shifting. Okay, because the Five of Pentacles was in the reverse when this reading started. Well, when I had your deck. Well, anyway, but there's this emphasis on like, just compete with yourself. You have no competition. You will become successful if you try to become better every single day, and you take that also channeling your anger into creativity, okay? Channeling your sexual energy into your creativity, using that for yourself, for your happiness, and feeding connections that make you happy and being okay with ending connections that don't. Like, you don't have to fear what will happen. A lot of people don't end things or don't speak their truth because they fear conflict, because they fear that there's gonna be a big fight before, like, you know, the cycle is closed and before everything 222 works out. 222, don't worry, okay? If you need to, because there's this emphasis for you, pal, too, is like you need to detach yourself or stop investing your energy into these toxic people. Again, trying to change people or trying to help people. You can believe in people, but you can't make them believe in themselves. And, you know, just because you did it doesn't mean that they'll do it, okay? You're a warrior. You're an intuitive. You are an amazing person who is extremely intelligent. You're logical, and you don't have patience either. You don't understand why people would do stupid shit, but also you did stupid shit too, and you had to learn the hard way. Pain is our greatest teacher, so remember that when you're like talking about people and stuff like that. Like, you had to learn on your own time. People gave you advice and you didn't take that advice until years later. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. People will work on what they need to work on when they feel like it. And, you know, not everyone is investing in things that they should, you know, and neither did you at the time, because we process our trauma at different times. Okay, also, if you're in a relationship, look at the things that are making you happy in this relationship. Like, yeah, there's always going to be things that piss you off, okay? But if you are grateful for when you are grateful for what you have, you will receive more. When you are not grateful for what you have, what you have will get taken from you. Also, where attention goes, energy flows. If you continuously focus on the negatives of a relationship, of a connection, of a person, a situation, a place, a thing, a car, whatever it is, you will manifest more. Your perception will search for those things, like will search for the more negative side. So it's time to flip that script, okay? Yes, there is darkness, and that darkness helps you to realize like how good the light is, but do not just focus on that darkness, okay? Because then you get lost in the darkness. All you see is the darkness, and you forget that the sun is there, okay? You are going to start a new journey, and you have to be comfortable with starting a new journey on your own or spending a little bit more time on your own, okay? There's this emphasis on like you need some time and space alone because you continue, and that's why you're so combative, because, you know, maybe you're spending too much time with people. Maybe, like, yes, you're with this person and stuff like that, they make you happy, but maybe you do need some time to invest in your stuff, okay? Maybe you need to set better boundaries with your connection if you are in a relationship. If not, you guys, your shadow self wants you to be happy and consider yourself worthy, deem yourself worthy even if you are single, okay? Just because you're single does not mean that you're a shitty person. There's nothing wrong with you. They're like, oh, what's wrong with them? They're single. Da-da-da-da. Actually, people who are single and don't want to choose to not be in a miserable, toxic relationship are actually extremely intelligent, okay? I would rather be alone and happy than with someone that I fight with. And, you know, yes, there's this emphasis on like you have to grow, but it's like when you know you're investing in something toxic, it's like, know when it's the right time to let go. And I'm not talking about fights here and there and shit like that. I'm talking about, like, this is somebody who belittles you, somebody who is toxic as fuck, who is not, like, they show no love, no empathy, no support to you. Why are you with them? You know what you deserve. You know that you need to let this person go. And when you do end this, you will manifest somebody who actually is for you. Okay? That's only for some of you in a toxic relationship, and some of you guys, you're being way too hard on your partner or way too critical. You know, it's giving perfectionist vibes. You expect somebody to be perfect, but nobody's perfect, not even yourself. Okay? And also holding yourself accountable. You know, when are you starting things for no reason? Is it that serious? Is it that deep? Okay? Closing out those cycles of picking, like, fights with the person for no reason and shit like that, because there's this emphasis on, like, sometimes we don't need this 5 of Wands energy. It's not a competition. Sometimes, I get it, like, we want people to change, but I promise you that if you focus on the good, I think that you'll inspire someone, because you're making, when you are happy and, you know, you thank people and you show appreciation, it makes them want to put in more work. And I say this because as a boss, you know, a manager or in a position of power, when you do that, people go above and beyond. But if you're a shitty person who doesn't show appreciation, you will continuously find more reasons to think that people are shitty. Like, oh, they don't like to work. Da, da, da. No, they just don't like you. They're not going to put in the work because you're being a shitty person to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's from my experience, obviously, because I've seen a lot of different, I've been in multiple positions of power, and I've seen multiple people in positions of power, and I've seen who actually appreciates their crew and then who has people ride for them. You know what I'm saying? I always had people who would do anything. Like, for you, anything for Salinas, but for them, absolutely not. I'll quit right now. Because I showed appreciation, because I didn't, like, it's being humble. It's also, like, understanding that just because you're in a position of power, you're still no better than them. Okay? You just are leading them. You're stepping up, but you gotta lead by example. And that's, again, this emphasis, lead by example. Don't try to change nobody. That's where we're gonna call it pile number 2. I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What's going on, pile number 3? Last but never least, it's your girl Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. If you are new, hit that little subscribey and the bell so you get notified when I post some new stuff. And if it resonates, give me a little thumbs up, baby. Let me know how or why in the comments. Alright. Wow, alright. Pile 1 and pile 2 were very interesting. I can't wait to see what comes out with y'all. Alright, keep in mind thousands of people are watching, so not every message may be for you. Please use your discernment. Don't let these messages take from you. We're gonna get your current energy to see if this is even your pile. Okay, and if this doesn't resonate, you can always you can watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Just do what makes you happy. Okay, I ain't trying to piss you off. I ain't trying to trigger you. So because I'm saying this may be a triggering message, so you know, don't let these messages take from you. Also, if you would like to book a reading, my email's in the description box. I will never message you for a reading. I don't know why, but I randomly wanted to tell you guys that next month is April. My birthday's in April, so I do a 40% off on all my readings for the whole month of April. Except for when I'm on live, which is, you know, that's already discounted anyway, so... But, you know, yeah, I guess maybe someone needs a reading and it'll be 40% off in April. You can book now, but I would wait, you know, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to, like, run out, but, you know, you may have to wait longer to get it. I don't know. Like, if you want to book now, you would have to wait until, like, April 1st. But if you wait, like, too late, then you'll have to, like, wait. And I'll have to push it out. What the fuck am I even talking about? Let's move on. What's your current energy? Why am I over-explaining? Some of you guys, you may be trying to over-explain something, or you may be worried about having to explain something to someone, but you need to free yourself from that because you don't owe someone an explanation. Just do what makes you happy. If it feels right to you, sometimes you don't need to explain. Okay, what the fuck? Yeah, sometimes you be judging yourself real deal harsh. Causing yourself grief, worry, guilt. I was literally about to say guilt, but I said grief and then guilt came through. Oh my god. And then freedom. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, look at this. Look at this energy. We got throat chakra, sacral chakra, and then we have the third eye chakra. You have your own unique challenges, your own unique path, and you don't need to explain yourself, okay? You're still learning, and whatever happens, it happens. You don't need to worry, okay? Everything is always happening for you and your highest and best good. You need to create that happiness and create that power in yourself. Believe it yourself. Like, even if I don't understand or if it doesn't look like it right now, I know that everything is working out for me. It's like when, again, I always bring this up, like when I crashed my car years ago, that was the beginning of my spiritual awakening. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am or who I am. I wouldn't have processed or healed as much because I was going down the wrong path. So they said, okay, let's change the course. And I slammed into a barrier and slammed into another barrier, spun around, and then I'm here. Okay, I know it's dramatic, but it was really intense. I shut down the whole highway anyway, but I'm alive, okay? Sometimes we have tough lessons, and sometimes you are the person who gives people tough lessons, but you can't feel guilty about that. You're helping in someone's soul growth by freeing yourself and choosing your own happiness, and you can't feel guilty, okay? This is something that, you know, maybe someone didn't appreciate you, and maybe this is like a lesson for them in regards to appreciating people, okay? But this is also a lesson in regards to releasing guilt and knowing that you have no control. Again, like I was saying in another pal, you can't control the choices that people make, and again, people will do more if they're appreciated, but if you don't appreciate things in your life, if you're not grateful for what you have, it will get taken from you. Okay, and someone's going to be receiving judgment because of the fact that you freed yourself. And I feel like this is not the first time. You may even still feel guilty. Maybe this has already happened and you're going through a period of guilt. Maybe you saw this person that you may have cut off, or saw somebody, or were reminded about, like, you know, the good times, and now you're like, oh, why did I do that? Or like, but there was also this emphasis on, like, you did it for a reason. You needed to call back your power. And, you know, there's always a rhyme and a reason for everything. You're not going to understand why everything happens the way it does. Like, I remember when I got the download to quit my job. Mind you, this is all a lot of changes I made. I realized it now, but at the time I didn't. It literally happened when I got Moldavite. So, like, I don't know. Maybe you have that stone. Maybe you're working with that stone. Maybe you feel guided to get that stone. Just know that people will think you're crazy, and you will be going thinking that you're crazy, and you'll be going through a lot of shit. But if you trust your intuition and you don't worry and you know that everything's going to work out despite it, because I had to quit my job, right? It was not even just my intuition. There was also other factors that were on the backbone, because if I didn't, they were going to force me, because there was like going to be no way for me to get to my job. Okay, so I was like, well, might as well rip the Band-Aid off so I don't get stabbed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to go through some type of... And it was an easier transition than having to get into a car accident, is what I'm saying. Okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you ripping the Band-Aid off and not worrying and not judging yourself and just trusting that you made the right choice and trusting that your intuition is guiding you, trusting that gut feeling, and freeing yourself from the outcome, you'll be okay. You will be okay. Whatever this is, whether you're speaking your truth, whether you choose not to, whatever this is, do not... Yes, you can feel the grief because you're losing something, you're letting go of something. You know, I love that job, but also I know that if I was staying at that job, I would be stuck and I wouldn't be able to work on the things that I needed to work on. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be where I'm at and going where I'm going. So, that's what we're gonna call it. No, that's what we're gonna call it. Let's get into your reading. Okay, I had to flip that. We got creeping, right? We got listen to your heart. And then we have literally like waken psychic abilities, tune into infinite. Okay, fireman, bravest, heroism, sacrifice, rescue, and extinguish. Okay, there's emphasis on you can't save everybody. Okay, and when the fact that the creeping was in reverse and then I just flipped it, it's like, first, don't worry about who's creeping on you. We're going to get clarification on all these cards. But there's this emphasis on trusting your intuition, even if it creeps people out. You don't have to explain how you know things. Just know that you know and just trust that. Second, your shadow self wants you to accept the fact that you don't need to worry about the people from your past. Maybe some of you guys, you want to keep like in touch about people that you may have let go of, or you may be creeping on their stories, maybe an ex or something like that. It's like you're picking a scab and you're not allowing it to heal by creeping on certain things. It's like you're constantly focusing on this thing from the past that has nothing to do with what you're doing, and you're losing focus from the things that you need to tune into, the things that you need to focus on, listening to your heart, okay? Trusting your intuition, okay? Trusting that no matter what you've been through in your past, you deserve the wish fulfillment. There's a wish fulfillment coming to you guys that you're gonna love, and you're gonna feel like the luckiest person with the 7 energy. And your shadow self wants you to know that you are discerning, you are intuitive, okay? But you have to listen, okay? Just because you're intuitive doesn't mean like that you're always going to listen, okay? People are very psychic. Everyone has psychic abilities, but not everyone listens to their intuition. Not everyone listens to that gut feeling. Not everyone, like, listen to your body, listen to your heart, listen to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. A lot of you guys rationalize everything, or you get all up in your head. It's time to get grounded and get in your body, okay? Because I was all over the place when I was doing your current energy shit, and I was like, what is going on? I was like, pile number 3's energy got me all flippity floppity dibbity dobbity, and I was like, I don't even know what that means. But it's like, you don't need to know. I don't know, you know, claircognizant. You guys are claircognizant, and claircognizant, look it up, but it's like just knowing. You don't know how you know, but you just know, okay? And there's this emphasis on tuning into that and trusting that it is infinite, and stop trying to make it finite, okay? Stop trying to limit your magic. Stop trying to limit your power. Your shadow self is like, yo, y'all are powerful as fuck. You're psychic as fuck. You know when people are talking shit. You know when there's a snake afoot. Okay, we got a snake on this tree. All right, you know when there's some snake energy going on. You know when something doesn't feel right, and it doesn't matter how you know. You don't need to validate it like, oh, I got this information because of this. No! You don't need to explain yourself. Like I was talking about earlier. Just know that you know that your intuition is on point, and know that you just, if you act on that, you will manifest a wish fulfillment. So there's something about you no longer creeping on the people from your past, trusting your intuition. If you feel off about somebody, if there's a snake energy coming through, one, you can't rescue them, you can't change them, kind of similar to another pile, okay? Are you going to burn down with this person because this person is like, you know, trying to hold you back? It's like, say there's a fire and you're trying to save somebody, but instead they're literally trying to commit suicide or something like that, and then they grab onto you and hold on to you, and you're trying to save them and pull them, and because you tried to save them, they're like, well, you might as well come with me. And that's like murder, come on, like, what the fuck? Like, no, it's like you have snakes or people trying to bring you down, and you know, you try to lift these people up, but because you're lifting them up, it's like you're burning down, you're going down with them. Okay, you can no longer save people anymore. You can't save everyone, and you are going to need to just be brave and go on your own path, your own time. Okay, burn the bridges. Your shadow self wants you to be okay with burning bridges, all right? Just have that fire extinguisher ready so you can extinguish that burning sensation so it doesn't touch you, okay? And don't worry about the people who you burned bridges with. It's okay. You're gonna save them in a way that has nothing to do with you sacrificing yourself, sacrificing your energy. You don't need to be a martyr. A lot of you guys, I'm not saying that you have a martyr, you always want to be a martyr and stuff, but it's like a lot of you guys are unintentionally a martyr. You sacrifice yourself for the good of everyone else, when in reality, like, you can save people by just leading by example, by being brave, by being a hero to yourself, by going and creating the life of your dreams. Like I said earlier, it's like if people want to do it, they will do it, but you can't force anybody to do it. All right? Anything else? Let's get into your tarot. Alright, so pile 3, we have the Justice, Knight of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Six of Cups, the King of Cups. There's a lot of love and money too here. But then we also have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, we have the Hermit, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, messages from your shadow self. let's talk about this. Sometimes y'all want to be petty, and you need to understand that you don't have to do anything. The minute you're manipulated, the minute someone fucks with you, the minute a tear falls from your face, somebody's getting fucked up on the ethers. You don't have to enact karma on your own accord, okay? Don't we sometimes we want to be petty, and I get it, because you know we've all been there, bro. You can't say that you don't want to be petty or get your comeuppance, force someone's comeuppance, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But your shadow self wants you to have more fun too. Some of you guys are way too serious. You're taking life way too serious, and your shadow self is like, yeah, I get it. Like, there's a lot of unfair shit happening. I get it. There's a lot of heavy shit. Also, you went through a lot of heavy shit, but it's in the past, baby. It's in the past, and it's not real anymore. So fuck that stupid whore. No, I'm just kidding. What the fuck? Some of you guys are definitely mad about some past relationship, and your shadow self wants you to know that you have a better relationship with someone who's actually going to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, someone who's going to be generous, whether financially or in a love, someone who's not in a love way, a sex way, all of the above. Okay, this is somebody who matches your energy, somebody who's actually going to be honest instead of, you've dealt with a lot of deceptive energies, people who don't want to put in the work, people who don't allow you to shine your light, and people who are emotionally manipulative. And you know, you're gonna find somebody who can actually handle you, somebody who actually accepts when you're being honest, somebody who makes decisions with you or thinks about you when they make decisions, okay? And your shadow self wants you to know that if you're in a relationship and this person doesn't think about you, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, if you're still stuck on a past relationship and you're scared to move forward or be open to love, maybe you feel like there is no true love and you just want to be a player, and you're like, I'm gonna be single forever, I don't need to settle down. Your shadow self is like, no, you're definitely gonna settle down. You're probably gonna get married, and you will find somebody who is hubby or wifey material. Your past does not dictate the relationship that you can manifest in the future. A lot of y'all need to leave the house though. Stop lying to yourself. You ain't gonna, your soulmate's not gonna show up on your door. This is obviously if you're single. If you're in a healthy relationship, you know what I'm saying, this does not apply to you. What I'm saying, if you are single, ready to mingle, then, you know, you got to get out there and actually mingle. Don't be afraid to go to new places. Some of you guys are super homebodies, and yes, I get it. Like, I'm a homebody too, so I take this message for me as well. But it's time to shine that light. It's time to let people see who the fudge you really are, bro. And yeah, you could have somebody slide in your DMs, but not if they don't see you on their timeline. Not if you're not posting your content. Not if you're not expressing yourself authentically and putting your true self out there confidently. A lot of y'all, your shadow self is like, you may dim your light because you may feel not attractive enough, not smart enough, may feel like, you know, people are going to judge you. You may feel like what people said about you in your past, it's still relevant, it's still true, but that's not your truth. That's the people who, you know, were manipulative. There's a lot of people who saw your power and wanted to take your power, and they're getting justice. Your shadow self wants you to know, again, like, you don't have to worry about nothing, baby. Your justice is you getting your finances up, you finding somebody to love, and somebody who's gonna love you, and you stepping away from the deceptive people and no longer investing in them, okay? There's gonna be a lot of exposure. And, you know, you may want to be petty. You may want to manipulate people. You may want to fool the fooler. But I think you should just rip the Band-Aid off. Like I said in another pile, just like make the decisions to let go and to move forward. Let go of your past. Your past doesn't make you who you are. You are not your past. You are the sum of the choices that you made in your past. But just because of what happened to you in your past, that does not dictate you. Say you got abused, or, you know, you were in a toxic relationship, you deciding to heal from that abuse, or you deciding to leave that toxic relationship, that's what makes you you. Not the abuse. Okay, not the situations that caused you the pain. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense. And your shadow self wants you to know that that is what made you strong. You are a lot stronger than a lot of people. And, you know, they give the toughest challenges to the strongest warriors. And your shadow self wants you to acknowledge how tough you are, okay? Yeah, you may have been a little emotional here and there, or maybe you had emotional immaturity, or you didn't know how to regulate your emotions in the past, but you are learning. Okay, you are becoming better. You are becoming more balanced. You are becoming more abundant. You are learning how to not be immature. You are growing up. But also you're a grown-ass kid. And that's okay. Your shadow self wants you to embrace your silliness, wants you to embrace your fun. Again, I was talking about having fun with you guys. I'm pretty sure that was this pile. Like, it's time for you to have fun again. Put yourself out there again. Go outside. It's we outside kind of vibes, okay? Go to a party. I'm not saying go to the club, okay, or go to an event, or go to a club, join a club or something like that. Go to, you know, do some type of thing, go hiking, go out there, get outside, baby, okay? Your shadow self is like, you've been cooped up enough, and I get it, because you were going through a lot of tough stuff and a lot of heavy energies, but you're finally recuperating your energy to the point where it's like, there's no excuses, baby. It's time. It's time to post your content. It's time to put yourself out there. It's time to post some pictures. Let people know that you were never gone. Okay, a lot of people definitely tried to mess with you, thought you were ended, thought you was done, thought you was out for the count. They're gonna see you come back out. That's their karma. Anyway, anything else? Get honest with yourself in regards to why you are hermit. You know, you may have gone hermit for a reason. Okay, maybe you needed to focus on your finances, but now it's time to learn a schedule, balance a schedule. Don't repeat things. Do not become a workaholic. Your shadow self wants you to know that you have to rest and you have to go within. You have to still heal, and we're not going to repeat, you know, what you did, because y'all used to work really, really hard and stuff like that. It's given like, because we're, all right, this is a little TMI, but I used to work at Wendy's, and when I was working at Wendy's, I used to sell bud on the side. I had mad money, wasted all that money, and also I was more stressed and anxious than ever in my life. Like, I had panic attacks and like super anxiety, and it was like more money, more problems, but that's not real. That was my reality at the time, and I like guess I believed it subconsciously because, you know, programming, etc., etc. You know, you would think I'd be happier with more money, but I ended up drinking and smoking it away and stuff. And instead of like maybe saving that money to go on a trip and travel, now it's like I'm happy, but it's also I still need healing. But it's also like I'm happier than I was at that time. So I feel like if I get a large amount of money, I'll be able to not just blow that shit on like drugs and alcohol and like going out partying and shit. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to travel or do things like that, but I'm saying like there's this emphasis on like you guys are going to be balancing and budgeting, but there's also this emphasis on like being decisive with what you do in regards to your money. Your shadow self wants you to know that there is money coming in for you, and they don't want you to repeat your past, okay? You are smart enough. You will invest this. Be balanced with this. Yes, you can treat yourself, buy things and stuff like that, but it's also like, when do you need to hold back? When do you need to save? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't save a penny, bro, when I was making mad money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, it was a lesson. And that's why, again, we have the hardest lessons so that we can embrace the truest blessings. Okay, that's what we're going to call it, pile number 3. I hope you have, your shadow self also wants you to know it's okay to drink and smoke once in a while, as long as you're not doing it to suppress or repress emotions, okay? Or to disassociate or to escape, okay? All right. Now, as I was saying, I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.